Good morning. Welcome to the mat. I have a couple of props in front of me today. I have 2 blocks and a blanket. We'll use those at the very end of class for our final posture. If you don't have blocks or a blanket, you can grab some pillows and a towel, just something to kind of support your body for our final posture. Today's class, we are going to be focusing on just waking up the body and opening up the spine and the hips. So again, another morning practice just to kind of loosen things up. That's Misty. Just to kind of check in with your body and get it to loosen up. So we're actually going to begin in child's pose. So for child's pose, we're going to take our knees wide and our big toes maybe are touching or are close together, and you can choose how wide your legs are. And we're just going to walk our upper body down. Maybe the forehead finds the floor, maybe it doesn't. That's okay. We're just going to stay here for a few moments and use this as our check-in. So we've compressed through the front side of the body. We are kind of closing off the front side. So using this as an opportunity to check in with our breath, because we are able to allow the breath to kind of bounce back off our mat or off the floor. So take a few moments, and I want you to just breathe into this space, letting your upper body settle, noticing the places that are compressed through the hips, the knees, maybe the ankles. Of course, you are more than welcome to grab some props for this. If a straight child's pose does not feel good in your body, we can bring a bolster underneath our chest or some blankets underneath our ankles or behind the knees. You absolutely can adjust this pose. We'll just be here for a few minutes. I want you to notice your physical body, notice your mental space, notice the breath. How would you describe your breath? Can you feel the way that the air moves into the lungs? Do you feel an expansion through the backside of the body? How does breathing in this position feel to you? There's no right or wrong answers. We're just really being curious. Let one breath flow into the next, maybe allowing the next inhale to be a little deeper, to expand a little bit more. We'll take one more breath here. Then we're going to plant our hands and come up to a tabletop position. We're going to take some cat-cows. So starting with our tailbone, the tailbone lifts, the belly presses down and hangs. The chest sinks between the shoulders, gazing up, lifting the chin. And then curling through the low back, mid back, upper back, chin tucks, pressing our hands into the floor. So we're opening up those shoulders and then just moving back and forth, and move with your breath. So as you inhale, and then as you exhale, curling into cat, moving at your own pace. So if it feels good to really draw it out a little bit slower, do that. If you feel like you need a little bit faster movement, take a little faster, but still go slow. We're just waking up the body. We're waking up the spine. And after this next cat, go ahead and come back to that tabletop position. And we're going to thread the needle. So we're also going to add a twist to this, because I like to inhale and lift my right arm up just as far as it goes. If it goes to the side, that's just fine. And then right arm goes under left, dropping the shoulder and the side of the head to the ground. And just hold for a breath. And we're coming back up. Plant the right hand, left arm reaches up, and it could just come to the side. Might come all the way up, and then under the other arm it goes. So left under right, dropping the shoulder and side of the head. Try not to collapse the neck, so keep the ear lifted off the floor. And then back to tabletop position. Let's do it again. So right arm lifts, right arm under left. Hold for a breath. And back to tabletop. Plant the right hand, left arm lifts, Left arm under right. Hold for a breath. Back up to tabletop position. I want you to sit back onto your feet. And I just want you to roll through the wrist. So they can be little figure eights. They can just be moving them around in circles. Just open up the wrist. Take your fingers out and then fingers in. Excellent. All right, let's plant the hands again. And we're going to move out to a half plank. So I'm moving my knees back just a little bit so that I can push out into a half plank. We're going to do a half push-up, down and back up, and then go all the way down to the floor. And from here, we're just going to do some cobras. We'll do 3 cobras. So we're going to inhale. The heart's going to reach forward, slide your shoulder blades down your back, and release. Very gentle. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, lift. Heart reaches forward, shoulders down the back. Exhale, release. Good. Tuck the toes. Come through tabletop and take a down dog. So tuck the toes, lift the hips up toward the sky, bend in the knees. We've done nothing for the back of the legs. So just a couple gentle pedals with the feet. Deep breath. Beautiful. And drop the knees down. We're going to come onto our backs. Lying all the way down. And I want you to take the left leg long and hug that right knee in towards your chest. Just bring it in. And then take it wide. So bring your right knee out to the side as far as feels comfortable. And then release that, and we're going to cross it over. So my right knee is going to cross my body. And it's up to you how far you want to take it. So mine is just crossing a little bit, so it targets more into this hip joint. You might find that a little bit of a twist feels better to you. Go for that, but gentle. We're not going to our end range. And release. We'll do that again. So hug the right knee in. Take it wide. And then let it cross the body. So my left hand grabs the outside of the knee. I'm not pulling. I'm just creating a little bit of a twist or just letting it cross the body. And then go ahead and release. Right leg long. Left knee comes in. Hug the left knee in. Take the left knee wide. And then let the left knee cross the body. Again, whatever feels good to you. So I do kind of just crossing the body a little bit, and then I'll do a twist on the second one. Left knee comes in. Take it wide. And then crossing the body. Maybe a little bit more of a twist this time. And release. All right, we're going to come all the way up. So coming up. We're going to bring bottoms of the feet together. Sit up tall. Getting a little stretch for those inner thighs. Deep breath. Beautiful. Go ahead and release. So we're going to do that entire sequence again. So we'll do the whole thing. Coming back to tabletop position. Let's find our child's pose. So knees wide, big toes maybe close to touching. Settling down, maybe forehead finds the floor. I want you to notice if this child's pose feels any different than the first one that we did. It might not. It's not a right or wrong. It's just an opportunity to notice. Does this one feel any different in any part of the body? Check in with the breath. Notice how you're breathing. Staying here for just a moment. And then we're going to press up to our tabletop position and take some cat-cows. So tailbone lifts, belly hangs, shoulders sink down, lifting the chin. And as you exhale, curl the tailbone up, curling up like a cat, tucking the chin. And then moving with your own breath. Take a few cat-cows. Inhaling and exhaling. Taking a few more. Just rolling through the spine. Take one more cat-cow, just finding length and openness through the spine. Come back to tabletop position. Sit back on your heels and roll through the wrist. Open the fingers wide and roll them. And then make a gentle fist and roll them. And then plant the hands. Plant the left hand, right arm lifts. Right arm under left for thread the needle. Hold for a breath. And back to tabletop. Plant the right hand. Left arm lifts. Again, it doesn't have to go all the way up. Just go where it feels comfortable. Left arm under right. Hold for a breath. Back to tabletop. We'll do that again. Plant the left hand. Right arm lifts. Right arm under left. We're just opening before we're closing that shoulder. Back to tabletop. Plant the right hand. Left arm lifts. Left arm under right. Take a breath. Back to tabletop. And we're going to take a half plank. So I move my knees back just a little bit. Little half push up. Come down a little, press it back up. And then all the way to the floor. 3 cobras. Inhale, heart lifts up. Slide your shoulder blades down your back. Exhale to release. Very gentle, very subtle movements. Inhale to lift. Pull your belly button towards your spine to protect that low back. One more time. And I'm not pushing with my hands. They're just there for support. Tuck the toes. Come through tabletop and take a down dog. Again, we're just going to pedal the feet, waking up the back of the legs. You nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Deep breath. Let it out. And go ahead and drop the knees. We're going to come on to our backs. So lying on your back, right leg comes in, hug it in, take it wide, and then cross over the body. And we'll do that again, hug it in. Exhale, take it wide. Cross the body. Exhale it out. Go ahead and release, switch sides, so right leg goes long, left knee comes in. Hug it in. Take it wide. Cross it over. Again, we'll hug it in. Take it wide. And cross it over. Come all the way up. Bottoms of the feet find each other. Just sitting up nice and tall. Soften the shoulders. Holding for a breath. Hold for one more breath. Beautiful. And then we'll take one final posture. So this is where we're going to grab our props. So if you have blocks, we're going to do supported fish. So 2 blocks. The first block goes on its lowest setting. That goes underneath the heart. The second block, so you have baby bear, mama bear, papa bear. It's going to go to mama bear. It's going to go underneath the head. And then you have the option to take a blanket as well, and have that for your lower body. So let me show you what I mean by that. So for the chest, we're going to lay back onto that block and the head. So it's kind of right underneath the back. My shoulder is free of the block. Back of the head is resting on the block. So you can come here, feet wide, knees together. You can also take legs long. Or we can use the blanket to support our legs with bottoms of the feet together. And to do that, you're going to take your blanket, open it up, or towel, anything like that. Make a long roll. And it'll go over the feet and under the thighs. And this would be your position. If you don't have blocks, we can also just stack a blanket underneath the chest, just something to open up the front side of the body. So let's say you didn't have blocks. If you have the blocks, go ahead and lay in that position and take a couple of deep breaths. If you didn't, you could just take a blanket, either roll it or fold it, and place it underneath the chest. And again, same thing for the legs. Bent or long, just something to open up this portion of the chest. Arms out to the side. So, whichever position you are in, take a deep breath, exhale it out the mouth. Let your body soften. Let the inhale expand the lungs up toward the sky and out to the sides. Let your body feel supported by the props that you have. Let the shoulders soften down and away. Invite each breath to move through the body, to create space, to feel an expansion on the inside. We'll hold here for just one more deep, full breath, breathing it in. Exhale it out. And then if your legs are straight, go ahead and bend them. Come to the side, press off of your props. Come to a seated position. Spine be long, shoulders soft. Take a big breath in. Exhale it out. Thank you guys so much for joining me for class today. I hope that you felt the benefits of today's practice, and I will see you next week. Namaste.